the, tore down that building, remodeled, it started, being cleaned up, so I think that, with code enforcement and then, everybody's, with the eye watch and trying to do their part, it does make a difference.
We have communicated with iWatch on strategies, on communicating with police and how, they can work with us in terms of those type of things. Now, we can't, as you know, Jim, we can't be on side-to-side patrolling with iWatch, it's just, there's too much risk in that. But we're definitely keeping the communication channel open and, making sure that, the elephant in the room, and Jim and I had a good conversation about this, is that iWatch was not an inclusive organization, which Jim really wanted to dispel, and I think the group has been very intentional about saying, look, we don't care if you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian, or anything else, like, we want you to be a part of the solution, and, those were some things that I had heard about the group, and look, I went out on a limb and said, look, I'm gonna address this, and, but we have to get past it in order to move the community forward. And I feel like we have gotten past that, and it's just something I wanted to address again with this group, because you guys are the stakeholders that are here. I believe it's an inclusive group, and I believe
Well, it is,
they
Mike,
want
and that was disturbing news for me to hear. I lived here my whole life.
Can help out with the stats on it, is the Boys and Girls Club. The Boys and Girls Club has been tried 3 times, to our knowledge, in the city of Sunnyside. And I talked with a board member in Prosser, and when they first started it, juvenile crime was at 13%. After the first year, it dropped to 2%. And I believe, Rob, you probably know better than me, juvenile crime is very much a part of the actual crime. Little criminals grow up to be big criminals. But I've seen the power of the Boys and Girls Club in Prosser. Prosser is indeed its own little anomaly, just there, in tourism and in that, but it does seem to have a lot of success. It brings forward an opportunity for parents, for the district, and it just seems something good. So, have we maybe as a group, maybe as a council, that's something that we can start focusing on, talk about. And we would like to, I know Sharon, Tom, Britt, and I have talked about, that's something that we want to start bringing to the table, and I'm so sorry, sir, yes.
So, piggyback what you say, I run a nonprofit in the town.
Mm-hmm.
But in the last 12 years, I've been not finding any support in my community for people. A couple churches have been supporting me, and I'm doing partnership with a couple churches, First Baptist, CRC, and some people from the URC and other places, and even some people from the Catholic Church. And you're right, because they're not letting me here for a while, so I'm doing it in churches because it was not allowed. I run Young Life in the Valley, so I oversee all the Lower Valley all the way to Prosser. And you're right, I'm doing it in Prosser too. And guess who?
Oh, you are Young Life in Prosser.
We do it in the Boys
That's
and
an
Girls Club.
amazing, yes,
We do
very
it in the
amazing.
Boys and Girls Club because right here has been no welcoming at all. So right here in Sunnyside, I had to do it in churches, borrowed places to be able to use. So I was about to say that then one thing that we can change this community is investing and teaching good manners, good foundation to youth to be able to see them doing well. I wish I had those when I was younger, so I can make good choices. So that's the reason why I've been in ministry for.
So with you being in Prosser,
22 years.
what do you find the success to be? To me, I thought it was almost a trifecta of the community, the school district, and the business owners, and of course the
group. I used to be reaching out only one group. So that's what I want to share, that one way is that we can invest on our youth. And I'm here for that reason because I oversee Young Life Lower Valley, and has been hard to, it's just no unity on doing things together. So I went to Prosser and Boys and Girls Club, let me use their building. Actually, it's the city building, but the city approved it so I could use it at no cost. And when we moved to the big building for the older high school in Prosser, we're gonna have a building there too.
I'm
with
excited
them.
for it.
They're
It's
gonna
gonna
let
be
us
beautiful.
use it. So it is all about, the city doesn't have to spend money on staff. I have volunteers. I was a 501(c)(3), we have our own insurance. So the thing is then, it's a time to get together. If we don't make a change in our youth, in 10, 15 years, it's gonna get worse.
I think we'll always have this conversation until we start somewhere. to make it
I'm
interesting
willing to
you.
give you guys more information after this, and
Mhm.
if you guys wanna know more about it, I've been in, Karen, I've been doing it since I moved here for 12 years, and I've been 20.
Into kind of where I was gonna go, but, the one thing Monica mentioned is we need something for the kid. I agree, we don't really have an organization that they can go do in Young Life. My wife's kids were in Young Life Prosser, and it was beneficial for them as well. She mentioned something about Prosser and tourism. The city of Sunnyside, we were the hub of the Lower Valley. I've been here since '67. This was the place that if you lived anywhere in the Lower Valley, you did business in Sunnyside. We were a prideful community, and prideful not in boasting, but prideful. We had pride in the way our businesses looked, in the way our residents looked. There was no garbage on the street, there was no graffiti on the walls. I guess my point is, we should have, and maybe this will be an incentive, but a beautiful.
Those got broken. We don't know because they went unreported. There may be video from a neighboring business that we weren't able to get that might pick up a car or a description on a bike or something like that because we weren't notified of it. Curfew. The Yakima County Sheriff's Office was able to get money from the county commissioners. Everybody's heard of our flock cameras. What the flock cameras do is they take snapshot pictures and read a license plate and get a car description. So if somebody says, yeah, a black car was in front of my house, was a 4-door sedan, and it did graffiti or shot a gun or whatever it did, I can look up a black 4-door sedan that was in that area in a time frame of maybe 15 minutes before and after the crime, and I might find 10 of them, and it gives me a spot to start, right? Now, the Yakima County Sheriff's Office, through the county commissioners and some leftover ARPA money, is working on getting some live cameras, 273 throughout the county. It sounds like we're gonna be able to get some of those here that the Sheriff's Office is gonna pay for, that won't cost the city any money, and I've identified areas where I want them, with the guys that are putting that plan
The
together.
Hispanic Chamber of Commerce does a monthly meeting, normally for a meet and greet just to meet the businesses. This month, they're going, on Friday actually, they're going to be hosting it here at Varietal Brewery from 6 to 9. So if you can stop by just to meet and greet the different businesses, they want to work with the small businesses as well and get to know